This is a Headgum original.
Nope.
Hello?
Yeah. Good? Good. Solid. Everyone's good.
Yeah, this is comfortable for sure.
They're thick. Are these new?
No.
This has never happened before.
Oops, all producer episode.
Everybody, let's get into it. Get stupid. Get it started. Get it started. Get it started.
Was that the first edit of that song or the
What's that?
second? Was that the first edit of that song or the second?
Amir,
What?
help me out.
I don't know the
I don't
answer.
understand the question.
The original version of that song.
Sure. Oh, not the remix.
Oh, I understand the question.
And?
Casey, you're like inching out of frame here.
Yeah. Well, so Jeffrey's
All right,
in
do you
charge
want me
of
to
the
get up and adjust the
cameras?
camera?
No, just like if you could turn your body
Because
towards
I usually,
everyone.
if I'm sitting over there, I would adjust the camera. But so you want me to sit?
No, I'll do what you did. Yeah.
This is like some sort of wacky Wednesday where Jeff is producing
I don't
a
think we should
show.
help.
I say we start over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Oh, yeah,
is-
we started. And then the
No, don't move it.
the producers
Okay.
are,
Okay, you
in
know
front of
what?
the
I'll
cameras.
do it.
yeah,
No, that's perfect.
right off the bat.
All right.
You look great.
Yeah.
No, I mean listen. I don't want to be rude to anyone here because everyone here works hard on the show except for Amir. But there's been obvious lapse in judgment, lapse in time, and I figured I might as well just take over the reins of producing.
Got it.
And then get all three of the producers, which we were only going to get two, but now we have all three, so this is perfect. In the room on the Zoom to kind of, I don't know, maybe create more sympathy for each other, right? For y'all to see how hard it is to be taking the reins of hosting, and for me to see how, maybe hard it is to produce, but I don't know. I feel like I can live edit. Like, look at that. That was so easy. At the
This
touch
is
of a
like
button.
something
What's
a
Sorry.
couples counselor.
I pressed the
told
wrong
you to
button. I went
do.
to like the 4 shot when I meant to do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So get it on me, and
Yep.
then ready.
And then I can even shoot it onto me, right? Because there I
Okay.
am.
Yeah.
Are you
Back
sure?
to Amir. What's that?
I was gonna say this is
Yeah.
like something a couples counselor told you to do, like to understand the other person's plight.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like now you're gonna be more sympathetic towards the engineers and producers that make the show. Hopefully.
Sure. And hopefully vice versa, right?
Mhm.
Well,
I mean, I host a show every week and
Really?
produce it and like do all the editing of
Yeah.
it. And I also do that on like a number of other shows. So
You both
I'm
have
not
many
learning
hats,
much here.
and you wear many hats.
Yeah, I'm hoping Jeff will learn a thing or two today.
Oh,
I hope
interesting.
Jeff puts on a hat today.
Yeah. And why is it because you guys are guests on the show a lot? Is that what you're saying? I can't even see Casey.
Yeah, you can move over a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Sorry, who should introduce everybody? Because I feel like you're
Yeah,
still the
who's
host, right?
Yeah, are you the host or are you just
Well, we should
engineering?
introduce Grace Harper at
Right.
Charles Borkley to the show, all the way from down under. And so Grace, do you want to tell us a little bit about what you do on the show? You're basically the new Ferris.
sure.
How did that come about?
How did what come about?
How did Grace become your de facto
Yeah.
engineer / editor?
Well, you didn't even have a chance to speak.
I said sure.
Yeah, she's.
That's all you care to say?
Sure.
Yeah, that's a compliment. He's a hard worker, nice guy.
Yeah.
Jeff is?
No,
Yeah.
Ferris is. I took
Oh.
over Girls on Porn for him.
Oh,
Jeff
God,
is? No. Yeah. No, I don't know. We had Ferris, and then he I think quit, and then
Did Ferris train you
For
to do this job?
no,
So how did you
no, because then
learn what to do?
sorry,
Yeah.
then Grace and Wise took over,
Okay.
right?
From Grayson to Grace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Did Grayson
what's that?
talk to you? Like, what I want to know.
Are you
the-
asking
the
me or are you
process.
asking Grace? Because you're looking at me,
Grace.
and then at the very end you look at Grace. Like, let's see. Like,
Well,
ask
we're
Grace
sitting
another
next to each
question. We'll
other.
see. Really?
What's that?
at your behest.
And is that kind of difficult for conversation? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know. How does that look for camera?
Not good. You guys are at like the opposite ends of frame. Like, I almost have to go back to the 4 shot, and that's a little bit better.
Yeah.
Are you for sure recording
Uh,
on both?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like video's recording,
Okay.
but I can't speak for audio.
Audio is. Oh
Oh,
no, it is rolling.
It is rolling.
Your reaction.
we're good.
Well, we should say, okay, so let's just lay out what everybody does on the fucking
Well,
show.
so from my
right?
perspective,
Yeah.
I got an email
Okay.
That's true.
from
That's true.
Katie probably saying,
True.
would you like to, and you was probably circled in it, saying, would you like to,
For
I had to
sure.
Zoom with you,
Definitely.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
saying would I
that's
like to work
exactly
on the
right.
show, but I'd already been working on other shows.
Different shows.
Sorry, one
Girls Love
second,
Boys.
Jeff.
This is
You
actually
started
the-
talking over.
This might be the most recent show I've taken on.
That's true.
And then how did you reach out to us? if
Well, it's
you
funny
go
because
either one?
Grace was working
One
on.
second.
Yep.
With what?
Like
how
you emailed Katie out of the blue. You applied for a freelance job.
I applied for a engineer job in December 2021.
Yeah.
Wow, height of the pandemic, and you were at the UK
Kind of the
tail end,
Everybody
middle.
vaccinated by then.
Sort
Everybody
of.
was vaccinated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pre Omicron maybe.
Yeah. During
No, kinda like
Omicron, the
mid.
thick of
During
Omicron, but
Omicron,
that's
yeah.
fine.
You were still in the UK.
Yeah.
And you were like, I can move places or I can do it remotely.
And were you wondering if, you were still in the
No,
UK?
I was applying for the job to be here or the New York studio. It seems sort of non-specific.
Yeah. And was
And
it
then
in
at I had 3 rounds of interviews
Wow.
and then
It's too many.
didn't
Not really.
get the job. But was told we'd like to keep you on as a freelancer, and so I've been freelancing since.
And so here we are. What other shows have you worked on besides the Headgum Podcast?
I work on Maisel Goys.
Oh, wow.
When it when
You
it
can cut
returns.
that.
TBD.
Grace cut that out.
That's okay.
Oh, I can cut that. I can cut out anything.
Not
Girls on
anything,
Porn,
though.
sitcom D&D, this show, and Twinnovation.
And is the process for this show, is it more unique than the other shows? Does it stand out to you?
No,
Are you getting or does it just feel like another podcast?
it is slightly different in that because Geoff has already mixed everything to video. I have to lock all the audio in time. I can't sort of adjust.
And would you say the emails that you get from Geoff are at a normal business hour or kind of frantically sent in the middle of the night? But maybe that's fine because it's sort of London time.
I feel like this is usually where a producer steps in and just says, like, let's keep things on track. Let's keep things joyful.
the
let's keep
producer
things-
says that?
Yeah, just whoever's on the boards.
Yeah.
You know, like,
The issue I have more with Geoff's communication is that
Yeah,
it's
no, because
like
I wanted to talk about Jeff's
so
communication.
yeah, and I wanted to talk about,
like
anything else.
rare,
Casey?
like fleeting.
Yes, exactly.
What about
like,
this?
It's hard
He's
to-
available and then he's unavailable.
Yeah.
Right. Like,
So-
where did he go? He has a smartphone.
And we're
I assume-
seeing on the screen right now that Anya and Casey aren't even trying to get a word in edgewise.
Well, I think
because they want
they're
you
to talk.
curious
Oh,
slash
okay.
interested.
Yeah,
as
this
well.
is between you guys. We're kind of staying out of it.
Although
so
I have a
fucked up.
question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't one of your interviews with Amir?
Yeah.
Was it with me and Jake?
Yeah.
Wow. Cool.
So how was that?
Good. It happened. So I had a interview with Katie, and then a week later I had an interview with Mike,
Kamate.
Yeah.
Great.
who was leaving and was very candid.
Yeah. He was on.
Tell
one
us
foot out
everything
the
he said.
door.
Oh, he was straight up like, ask me about salary, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Um,
That's why we had to fire Mike.
Where's my camera?
Whoa! Our cans just got louder. Jeffrey, was that you?
I'm running.
I do your fucking job. I.
So hard.
We're not on a ship, man.
It's so messed up.
No. I have to sort of be forceful with Geoff sometimes.
So
That's why I-
Amir heard people talking about salary at the company
yeah,
and
no, sorry.
immediately
How
snapped
much
at a
did-
freelancer.
Sorry, how much did Kamate say he made? Because
Wait.
he's a fucking lying son of a bitch.
I want to know what Amir was like in the interview.
In the Zoom room.
fine.
Mhm.
I was, so it happened the
Fine.
next day.
Asked and answered.
That's what I was
Honestly,
wondering.
that's the nicest thing you could say if you think about it. Because usually it's like nasty stuff over Zoom. So fine is considered like
Fine's great.
flying
Well,
colors. yeah.
he did, he was momentarily mean to me, but I did deserve it. And I don't wish,
This is
I
news
wanna
to me.
hear.
I can't believe
well,
I'm
I
hearing
just said
this
I
for the
used
first
to
time.
listen to If I Were You. And now, don't we all?
Yes, we all.
Oh,
You were sort of
yeah.
ahead of the
Yeah.
curve. Yeah, you
That's
sort of
big.
canceled us before we canceled ourselves.
I knew the pain was coming and I was like, I'll quit this.
And was my reaction sort of over the top jokey anger, or did you actually feel like I had ire towards you because you used to listen to the show, but you don't anymore?
Well, I don't mean to butt in here because that's not really a producer's job, but you were saying that you felt like if you were not in the Zoom but in the room, that you would have felt physically in danger.
I wouldn't do that, by
She
the
never
way.
said that.
Do what?
I
Never
wouldn't. I wouldn't have said that much stuff.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're
From
saying
a
a producer.
producer.
Yeah, but I also
Or
you
as
got,
a friend.
well, we should also say that you guys are like missing tons of opportunities to like interrupt their conversation, like force your agenda through.
Sure,
like
sure,
you're
sure.
press
just sort of
buttons
you're
for
not live
sound bites,
editing.
yeah.
You're live like giving notes.
Like I would have hit one of those. I would have done like I don't know, word of the week. We already said headgum. That was the day. That was the word of the day.
we don't have we keep leading Grace to answers and then we never hear what the answers are. Like the communication with Geoff, we never really heard about that.
Yeah.
What I said about you not listening to the If I Were You anymore, we didn't hear about that either.
And why do you think that is?
Because you sort of interrupt, derail, sidetrack the
Sure.
entire conversation.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's
I
hear
can
it
tell you
first.
exactly how you reacted, and I'd like to know what you think of your reaction.
Okay.
Which is that
I'll grade my
Let's go,
reaction.
Grace.
you put your thumb over your camera so you could no longer see me.
Uh-huh. So
That's
you're
all I
like, I
remember.
don't listen to the show anymore, and then I put my thumb over the camera.
Yeah.
That's like a Shakespearean insult.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Shakespeare hated Zoom famously.
I thought Grace was going to say you were going to
Yeah.
stick your thumb
Like at the
up and
Colosseum.
down, and
The
that's how you were going to
gladiator.
hire her.
Yeah.
I thought Grace was gonna like you were
During
gonna
the
give
interview.
like during the interview you're like give a thumbs up or
I
thumbs
can't
down.
quite hear what you're saying, man.
I think Geoff was just saying what I
Yeah.
just said.
Yeah, but I'm about to edit this right after, so I was gonna maybe be like because I kind of noticed that Casey said that, and I was like that's kind of funny.
Yeah, that
so
is
why don't
very
I
funny.
say it on my camera, and then I can choose later who I want to have said that
Uh-huh.
joke.
So Grace is responsible for that, I think, right?
That's true.
For the video version, it's all on him, but for the audio only, the podcast version,
Interesting.
I'll do whatever I want.
carte blanche access.
Yeah.
So tell me again about the communication style. You're saying you hear from Geoff a lot and then he disappears, vanishes for days at a
No,
time?
no. I rarely hear from him.
Mhm.
I hear from him once a week, if
Yeah.
that, with the episode files.
no.
Sometimes 2-3 weeks will elapse with nothing.
Nothing.
But okay, in Jeff's defense, you like that?
Crazy.
Yeah, before I say what I'm gonna say, just take the compliment.
The thing I like about Geoff, if there was a thing, it would be that when he doesn't, it's not like that the episode doesn't go up. Like he could send everything to you and make his life easier. Instead, he stays up all night editing himself because he forgot to send it to you in time. So like
Yeah.
he's suffering
For his
the
art.
most.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I think is nice.
It is. It's
Thank
very
Strange and admirable.
sacrificial martyrdom.
Even this episode for
But like also
it's a Wednesday and this is
stupid.
going up on Friday.
Oh yeah, yeah, and because also like deprives me of money.
Right,
Yeah.
he's taking money out of your pocket.
So
Well, not necessarily, right? Because like you're gonna edit the assembly files after this.
but
same-
what those
doesn't matter what
the weeks
day.
that you don't send it to Grace, that is money that you're taking from her pocket and putting into yours.
Interesting.
Interesting. Should we take a break? It's only been 13 minutes. We have a ton of stuff to get to that we haven't even touched yet because we've been like in this weird dumbass setup, and I don't even know like because I'm trying to get in a word in edgewise. Casey hasn't said jack other than like fixing the.
I think I had a
cameras.
pretty funny joke.
Oh yeah, the joke of like me giving a
Right,
thumbs
but
up.
what they'll
about-
be seeing, they'll be
Would probably
only
be a
seeing
good
me
social
saying
clip.
that.
Yeah, that'll be good for TikTok
I feel
or
like
whatever.
I never noticed how low these arms are.
And
Yeah.
these are very
Yeah.
high.
Strange being on this side.
The couch.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what the whole thing is about, right? Because I have this camera staring
this
me
is
at
what
this.
the
What's
whole
that?
thing is about.
That's
Is
what
it
I'm
about us testing out the chairs?
We're sort of auditing the room.
We're doing a
All the
producer's
producer
audit
session,
and a
yeah.
host audit in
Yeah.
a way, but it's very low key. You know, it's.
What was that?
Somebody was leaving or coming.
Oh yeah, we should also say
People are doing work on the
construction's
studio.
happening as we speak.
specifically on this room.
The studio's
There is-
outer walls.
There will be a hole being made in this wall.
Are you kidding me?
At some
Right
point,
now.
a
At
some point.
drill should be coming through the wall.
I knew
In
somewhere
shambles,
around,
Geoff.
somewhere near your
It's in me. Yeah, we're just gonna have to put the wire through your heart.
I mean, we got to get it in here somehow.
That would.
Bond of the week. Who do you guys got? My pick is Matthew McFadden.
It's a good one. So is the audio deafeningly loud by the time you get it, or does Geoff sort of adjust that before you?
No,
receive
absolutely not. It's 100%.
that loud?
Yeah.
It's 100%. He has it up at 100.
Oh,
Yeah.
hold on a second. Yeah, because I might boost the levels sometimes. So that's not necessarily the sound effects fault.
Just that we're really quiet, and then the sound effects were so loud. I wonder if that's something that you do in post, or if that's a Grace responsibility.
Bond of the week.
The bum drop one is also really loud.
Yeah.
How do you figure?
It's all loud.
How do you figure?
Yeah, but then it's usually followed by a clap, which I think is usually fine.
Yeah, the claps are kind of
The
like.
claps are fine.
Yeah.
Also, which one? Well, some of the other ones are all right. Like,
I will eat your ass.
it's not too loud.
My Bond of the week is Pasta, this Bostonian hockey player that was eliminated recently, so he has plenty of free time on his hand. I think his name is something Pasternak or something, but Pasta is his name.
Casey, what
Why
do you
would
got?
you bring it up?
I'm just
This is,
saying
this is a hard week for me. I'm just making it worse.
He's a bruiser and an abuser.
I
And
think I'll go.
He doesn't have teeth.
With it's hard. I never know.
It's hard to edit the
who's
show
been
when everybody's so
said.
slow when they're
I
talking.
don't know who's been
right?
said in this
I
segment
say
that's
this
been
all
going
the time,
on for
that we should
year at least.
overlapping
Over a year.
dialogue.
So
I'm doing it right now so that we don't have to edit it faster
my
later.
Pick for Bond of the week is Matthew McConaughey.
That's pretty good.
two Matthews.
Two Matthews. That's
Shut
nice.
up. Anya, what do you got?
Matthew Mix, actually.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and I don't think you can say the second word.
Matthew McFarnacle. Is there another famous?
My
Matthew
Bond of the week-
Modine.
McModine.
Yeah.
Matt McDonald.
Like, am I supposed to stay calm when you guys are spewing shit that I know I'm gonna have to cut out later?
Yeah.
I also want to say
He gets mad
I just meant
when I don't
meant
talk.
And then when you
He gets
do,
mad when I talk.
it's ridiculous.
I
It's
didn't know
ridiculous.
about. I didn't realize that was where the slur came from till right now.
Oh, yeah. I guess I
I
didn't
was just
realize
saying
that
like, oh,
either.
and they have the same last name.
Yeah, MC.
I'm gonna get fired.
That's okay.
Am I
don't
gonna
think
get fired?
so.
I think we're all learning together.
I think no one should be scared until I get fired.
What slur?
What's that, bro?
Yeah, what slur are you talking about?
I mean, great.
A derogatory term for an Irish person, I think.
I didn't
Oh,
mean to
Mick?
say.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is that from the last name?
wasn't that a
It must
show?
be from the
I
last
think,
name.
TV
yeah,
show?
because there's a lot of
The
mix.
Well, it's sort of like shrill, like you wouldn't actually say that about somebody.
Yeah.
And then if you did, you'd be a bad person. But it's a great show name.
Shrill?
What's that?
Nothing.
Mine is Aram, our contractor who scheduled this construction at the same time as the Headgum Podcast.
That's pretty good.
I'm sure he did not know that we were recording the Headgum Podcast
It's on the
He is a big fan.
while he was putting a hole in the wall of the
Yeah.
studio. I'm sure of that.
Do you guys think that when contractors make a hole in the wall and, they maybe like dress up like a pirate and they're like, a hole?
Sorry,
No, you should cut that out also.
I didn't get it.
Well, Casey, do you mind if could you say it so that it sounds like you made this stupid joke?
Just mouth it and he'll put his voice in.
When you guys think a contractor puts a hole in the wall, do they dress up like a pirate and go, a hole?
Why does
It's
he
actually
work
really
at the
good.
network? That came out of nowhere.
That's really funny.
But our
And that way I
pirates
can
even the
edit it
ones
together like
I
that.
just say yeah.
Sorry.
Anya?
I already said mine.
Did
Oh.
you?
I just said it.
It sounded like you were trying to say something else. So I was giving
Oh,
you
yeah.
the floor.
Aram. Right.
I had some. It's fine.
My
Okay.
Bond of the week is Austin Powers.
That's pretty good.
I like that.
I just rewatched that, Grace.
Which one?
The first one.
Is it good?
It holds up.
I heard he wrote it in 4 or 5 days or something.
That also tracks.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever have like panic attacks where it feels like you're about to have a heart attack? You're like Googling like the actual symptoms of like pre-heart attack, right? Like chest tightness
Pre-heart attack.
on your left side if you're, prone to that kind of thing. you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also think we should give Austin Powers an emotional send off
Like, kill the character off.
because I don't think they can bring him back.
Oh, I think.
Like, I don't
I'd
think they
have
could
to disagree and
Make
say
an Austin
that
Powers movie
there
now.
must be one
Fourth.
on the way.
Yeah, there's.
I
They're
know,
definitely
but I'm
cooking it up
saying
right
like
now.
they shouldn't. They
Sure.
should make a serious movie where he dies. He
I
like
like that.
finds
Like
out he has a
like
kid. and,
Austin
like-
Powers Skyfall.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah.
It's kind
That
of like
would
a
be
full
cool.
circle moment.
Have you guys ever had a moment?
a mermaid.
Got his ass. Got his ass. A mermaid moment. What did you say? Fucking Little Mermaid, Ariel over here. Dye your hair red and walk down the street shirtless at first.
Carrying a fish.
She's not shut. She has a seashell bra.
Oh yeah. Put on a seashell bra. Bra.
Pantsless.
She wears gills.
Really?
She wears them?
She has them.
She wears them.
I was just gonna say, have you guys ever had a moment in surgery where you maybe saw the other side?
I did have a medical procedure where I could see my insides.
While you were awake?
Take a break.
I was-
back.
What? That was the most interesting thing ever said on the show. The fuck?
Say it then.
What?
Say the interesting bullshit.
It was a surgery where she saw her insides.
It wasn't surgery, it was a endoscopy.
Oh, I see.
Oh,
Through
yeah.
a camera, you saw the.
What was that like?
Why were they showing it to you? Are you
I
also a
would want
doctor?
Had
to
to
see.
know.
I would want to see.
No,
That's
they were doing
most
it.
CTV.
They would.
Well, it's because in the UK they have CCTV everywhere.
Yeah.
I feel like whatever is on the screen would only be interesting to the doctor and me.
Yeah, we don't have to
Person
go
with the camera
wide
inside
with
of
it.
them.
That goes through your mouth, right?
Yeah, but they did also put it up the other end too.
Wow.
Gotta see what's up there. Not much.
What a flan, what a flan, what a.
What was that?
Did you just start to introduce a segment and then bail on it?
Casey,
go.
have you ever had a colonoscopy?
No.
Okay.
Probably should get one.
Probably should get one.
soon.
Bummer.
Amir?
Also, no, but yeah, getting to that age, I think in your 40s, you're supposed to start getting them.
You guys both in your 40s?
No, I
am,
got a
yeah.
few years, but
That was after drinking a few beers.
yeah.
Stop me if this is too personal, but have any of you guys ever had an abnormal pap?
Geoff.
I'm just trying to get to the bottom of shit.
Do boys have pap?
No, that's the worst
He's
part.
just talking to us. That's why it's inappropriate.
That's true.
Oh.
yeah.
There's no way. There's no way.
When was the last time you guys had to dress black tie? Fuck off.
I don't think I ever had like
Maybe a wedding.
Yeah,
but
a
wedding in December.
hardcore black tie dress code. I don't think I've
crisp
ever been.
shirt.
Would you do bolo?
I do bolo.
Of course you do bolo.
That's breaking all kinds of societal norms in terms of evening wear, in terms of
I'm a disruptor.
Yeah, you and the rest of Silver Lake.
Yes!
No.
Let's get into it. Get stoked. Get it started. Get it started. Get it started. Let's get it started. Ha! Let's get it started.
What if it was the other version? That would be really bad.
I did right
Yeah.
before we started recording this. I ran out of the studio because I saw a friend of mine walking down the street who looks like me,
Bolo tie.
so we could say hi
That's
and,
nice.
and talk.
Bring
about,
him in.
I think he's gone now, but I
That would have
would.
been cool.
Has he ever been here?
Sorry.
He's
Casey,
never been here. No, what's that, Geoff?
Can you say that just sentence again? Because you had a little bit of a lip smack, and it's going to be tough for us to edit.
Which sentence?
The one you just said about seeing your
Lip
friend.
smack.
Yeah,
I've
one of
never
like
heard
that.
you care about that.
Yeah. So just if you could
Okay.
from the moment you saw somebody
Full
who looked
segments
like you.
of garbage, and then you're picking this nit.
Okay, I'll try and recreate the magic.
I also cut these out.
You cut out lip smacks?
Yeah.
Mhm.
What is that even? Like what? Someone that goes like that?
No, it's like when somebody goes like that.
Why is that bad?
That noise.
Yeah,
Why
it's
do you have to cut-
disgusting.
I don't know. I don't know why you guys think I'm bad, but I deal with it. Casey, whenever you're ready.
You're a human lip smack.
Aren't there usually like games?
We have discussion points later, not necessarily a game. but-
I
we
just
haven't
don't
gotten
think you need
anything
to
that
take
I
the-
outlined.
Okay,
so
all right,
we'll get
okay.
there.
I don't want you
So-
to do it unless
Yeah.
you want to.
If you could
That's
just-
fine. I'll do it again. I'm glad we're getting it clean. Right before we started recording, I saw a friend of mine walking outside. And I ran outside to say hi, and we looked very similar, almost the same outfit actually. And
Why don't you bring him in?
Is that real?
do I need to do it again?
Sorry. Yeah. I am really sorry about that. Can you do that again?
I'm sure this mic did not pick up that sneeze. But
I think I saw. I mean, just so we have it.
all right. So right before we started recording, I saw my friend walking by the window, and I ran outside to say hi to him. And we actually look very similar outfits on. Now everyone looks mad that I'm doing this, but I'm just trying to make the best show possible.
Jeff's on his phone.
Geoff is on his phone.
What was that?
It was TikTok. I thought it was on mute. I think we got it there.
Okay, great.
I might even just use the
Give
original.
Frankenstein it together.
It might be easier to get the lip smack out than to try and Frankenstein anything.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't want to have to hear that again.
Just so people are
Yeah.
getting a little smarter in terms of post production, can you sort of explain what Frankensteining means?
I don't know if that's the best use of our time. We only have like 20 more minutes.
To learn something?
Frankensteining would be like, I don't know if people know the concept of ADR, which they call automated dialogue replacement, which is not even true because it's not automated. You have to match.
additional.
It's additional. Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
was going to say.
So it's not actually, it doesn't stand for automated, sounds like.
No, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't stand for automated. That was a test. Grace didn't say anything, which is kind of interesting because she is sort of our post supervisor on this show, an audio engineer for the Road/Ages.
Did you call after your friend?
Yeah, I called after him. I ran outside.
We heard it.
Oh,
When
He's nice.
I said, Morgan.
He's never been here. He just like walks by.
I mean, yeah, I don't think he's ever been in the studio, but he
you wanna
did
call him?
just direct a feature film featuring some Headgum talent, Mike Mitchell, John Gabris.
Oh yes, I remember you talking about
Yeah.
those guys being in your friend's movie.
Yeah, and that was the friend that I saw outside the window.
Get him in here.
I wonder where he was headed.
Okay. Well, he was wearing a WGA shirt. I think he
Oh, he's
was
going.
either on his
busy.
way to or from picketing.
Got it.
Finally, a normal fucking segue. Let's talk about the WGA strike, all right? How does that affect what we do here and vice versa?
Oh, I think
great for
business
us.
is going to be booming.
It's good for us.
Because now all these
Hello.
comedians, yeah, they're
Hi.
not writing. They're going to come here
Amazon's got extra cash.
and they're going to be speaking unscripted words.
Exactly. So we're not necessarily part of that union. We're not scabs. We're just giving
No.
people a secondary revenue stream,
Yeah.
which is honestly better than protesting, I want to say.
I think the studio should be scared.
Yes,
Yeah.
of
The
us.
charts are like this.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Sick.
What's that noise?
Did you just start playing Pink Floyd?
Yeah, so this
Very
is
cool.
like what I imagine, like, I don't know,
This is what I'm
yesterday
eating.
morning, yeah.
This morning, yeah.
Was Cohen walking in with sunglasses to the tune of this song, snapping in a leather jacket,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
And up from the cowboy boots up to
Yeah.
his mouth.
Dick out by accident.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I didn't think about that. Hopefully I can see some of that fucking cash. But yeah. Anyway. The whole fucking industry's grinding to a halt.
Yeah, and I guess there are other unions that might
Yeah,
follow
and I guess
suit.
the DGA
Yeah,
might follow suit.
that'll be interesting.
It's what's interesting about
We're
it. Yep.
pro-union
No, 100%.
as a network.
But there's no podcast union. You guys haven't really tried to move the needle there in any way.
Would you
It's
like to?
you're looking
I
at the
would
whole
like that.
company right here.
So let's fucking
Should
figure
we
this out.
unionize right now in front of
Wow.
a mirror?
Let's
that crazy?
Let's start
Could I
the
join?
let's start the election.
Can you join?
I'm legally a producer.
No, you're
No.
I
not.
think
you're not.
Amir can join, but Marty can't.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So we would sue Marty or some shit.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what unions
Yeah,
do.
that's what. Yeah.
That's awesome.
What do you
Big
think
lawsuit.
a fair hourly rate for a producer would be?
I don't know, 40
40?
40
40 F.
fucking-
He just said 40.
40 francs.
40 fucking francs?
40 friggin' Frankfurters frosted in a pie.
That was not alliteration. I think probably base rate would be like $150.
Base
An
for
hour,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, and all your base are belong to us. I mean, how much do we pay you, Grace? Base.
Amir.
More employee solidarity. Let's hear it, Grace.
I'm legally allowed to ask.
just
Yeah.
got a pay raise 2 days ago.
To what? Say it specifically.
It might be higher than Geoff. So if
Yeah.
you want to, are you willing and able to hear the number
It
without
might
getting
break
too
me.
offended?
What if it's less? I'm gonna feel worse.
Yeah. So you want it to be equal or more?
If I don't say what I make in
Yeah.
comparison to what she makes, it'll be because I get more.
Okay.
I'm gonna
and did you
just quickly
say?
zoom Katie.
Yeah, let's do this.
Oh, because she might not want that number out there.
yeah, and we can.
How much does Katie make?
Katie, I think she's making what, 160?
That's salary base.
That's salary base, but
before bonuses.
How
Before
do you
Bula.
know, Geoff, what Katie is making?
then employee solidarity. I get drinks with people just to know,
So that's he's
got
on
a
Marty's
spreadsheet
laptop
that he
right
makes
now.
up. All the numbers.
just so I can get mad at people. Well, Katie's making $189,000.
Oh, she just got a raise.
It's gone up since the last time I
Yeah.
looked.
Is Marty still
Parental
here?
leave, but I can't get
you
a
see
fucking
Marty?
leaf.
I think Marty left.
Yeah, Marty
Oh.
left, which is
You're
actually
lucky, Geoff.
part of the
Grace,
union
what are you
thing.
getting? 55 an hour?
You don't have to answer that.
You don't have to
Grace.
answer that.
I can answer that because I know it's not 55 an hour.
But you get paid in American cash
45
and it
an
gets
hour.
sort of
Is it
translated
does it end up
over,
being 40
or-
euros an hour?
Translated over, yeah.
Yeah,
How does that work with the exchange rate?
And
I
when was the
get-
last time,
Sorry.
you considered maybe making a purchase that was outside your
Geoff,
means?
usually, if I could give you a note as a producer,
Yeah.
usually you let the people on the couch kind of do the talking.
Right, and then
mostly. and if we
dictate,
want to hear
we
from
throw
you,
to
we'll throw to you.
Exactly.
All right. So do you want to
You
try
guys do
that
a
for a
good
minute?
job of that. You're like in the room and you're additive, but you're not necessarily looking to
You're not
interject
looking
or-
forward to like,
Yeah, this is what we're talking
this is what we're
about.
talking
Yeah.
It honestly feels like you're talking more now than ever before. Like if you were on that chair, you'd be talking a lot less.
Let's hear from
Not having the lights on him is like he's sweating.
Yes, exactly.
which again, it's usually the opposite.
Yeah, it's hot in the dark.
Let's hear from Grace.
What was the question?
How much money do you make an hour?
We sort of moved past that, and now you keep like dragging
and
us
a
back
follow-up
in.
question, what about at other networks?
Yeah.
Oh, do you freelance for other
iHeartRadio
networks?
is 50 an hour, according to Dane. That was 2 years ago. So if you're looking at 5%.
iHeartRadio?
I heart when you shut the fuck up.
A single beat.
What a flan, what a flan, what a...
Are you singing that, or is that part of the soundboard? What a
Let's
flan.
either talk about Grace's salary or the fucking strike.
Then the second one.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what should we be getting over the next couple of years? 426 million instead of 87?
Yeah, I don't know the exact numbers.
It's
I'm not
actually
really in-
429 versus 86.
Why did you say the other ones then?
Because I fucked it up. Because I fucked it all up. All right?
Are you in the
Live
WGA?
switching with each side.
Because I fucked it all up. All right?
Every
What a flan. I am in the WGA.
You are.
Yes.
Did you pick it yesterday?
No, because I was really sad yesterday.
Do they know you're in
Are
the
you
WGA?
really in the WGA?
And are you
You're
really
here
sad?
instead?
What am I supposed to do? There's not a
Picket.
picket happening right now. There was one this morning. I slept through the bish. There's a meeting tonight at 7. Why would I go to the shrine? Right? Why would I go to the shrine auditorium to hang out with a bunch of nerds? All right? David Young, by the way, was on the fucking negotiating committee and he flaked out.
Really?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I think he got scared.
He got scared, so he left?
Should we call him?
You can call him. I don't want to call him.
I haven't talked to him in like a year and a half.
Right.
We can get him on Zoom.
Oh, really?
He's not going to join at Zoom. He has like family and kids.
He
and
does
he
like to do
probably
this
is on the
podcast
negotiating committee.
Yeah.
He's never done this show. I tried to invite him like 2 years ago.
We've called him once, right?
Well,
for some stuff.
Did we call him? Should I call him?
We've seen what it looks like when you try to get someone on the show.
Who else do we know in the WGA? Because I haven't
my friend
worked
Morgan. I was actually right before we started rolling.
Weiger's
saw
on
my
it.
friend Morgan.
Nick Weiger.
I don't know Weiger.
Weiger's on it.
Weiger is on it.
Yeah.
But he's probably like doing something kind of related to that today.
Is it fair to, because we did this 24-hour live stream, right, where I did the Doughboys technically. And then on the Doughboys subreddit, they were like, this was a bad episode. I'm like, yeah, because it wasn't a real episode.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'd love to redeem myself.
Oh, maybe. I mean, it's not really up to us, but
Yeah, like we kind of have nothing to do
Yeah,
with that.
I mean, I only work on the show every week, but I
Yeah.
mean, maybe I could talk to somebody.
It's only like
but-
50% of my plate, but I don't know.
but
we
if it
could
was a
help.
bad episode, I don't see them wanting to run
I
it
think
back.
yeah,
if
I
that
think
makes
that's
sense.
that's where we're kind of running
Running
into a head.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that it was
Are
so
you getting
bad.
in fights
to have
And
a
in
new-
terms of, yeah.
about this?
No, it's just it comes up a lot when I
Yeah.
talk to Emma and Nick and Mitch that they're like, please do not let Geoff anywhere near the show.
Again.
They
Yeah,
say
that's-
that more than once. I feel like that's something that you can
Like-
only say once.
Well,
and that'd be
Casey
fine.
kind of is a friend, so he keeps bringing it up every week at our meetings with them.
Yeah, I'm trying to look out. for
What do
you.
they say? You bring it up every week. They don't finally be like, that's enough. We get it.
Yeah, they're like any talent that we could get. on the show, and then they look at me and say, "Casey, don't say Geoff again."
Right. They're like, we'd rather not have a show that week.
Yeah, they do actually say they would rather cancel the show
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
than have you.
They're going to
on
pull it from Headgum
Yeah.
if we ask again.
And then Amir, are you saying, "Oh my gosh, yuck," because that's like foul because I am talent?
No, because that you've poisoned the well so much so that you're having one of our biggest shows threaten to leave.
But I think they
Is that
liked
fair to
being
say?
on your stream.
I don't think so. I think we all almost went into cardiac arrest. Grace, in terms of, if you don't want to go hourly, just say how how much you usually make in a week.
So
and then
past
how
that,
many
and
hours
you
you
keep
usually
dragging
work
us
per
back in.
Well,
it
I will
doesn't
say
matter.
with the exchange rate, I submit my invoices in dollars and then I get paid in pounds.
Interesting.
So
So
it
does that
varies.
fluctuate?
Yeah,
Interesting.
Does it
Do you get
fluctuate?
paid more or less?
I get
It
about
depends on if
less,
the exchange rate gets
but generally it's about
stronger.
like 80%. It fluctuates around 80% of whatever the dollar amount I've submitted.
Right
Wow.
now, the dollar's a dollar to UK 80 cents.
Yeah, we're weaker than
Ish,
the
I
UK.
think.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Pound
That's bad.
sterling.
That's bad for us.
One
kind of.
quid.
Yeah, things aren't going great over here.
Yeah.
I have no idea what's going on anywhere.
We shouldn't have left.
I found out that France was rioting because of this podcast.
We should
Really?
Wow.
Well, we should talk
Yeah.
about if we think France is going to make it.
As a country?
Yeah, just.
Isn't that a line from Succession? And isn't that the
Oh, I'm
response that
behind.
he said? Really? I think that's exactly what he says.
That
on
is
Succession.
exactly right.
Wow. So almost like AI can.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
If we were
Mhm.
AI,
Yeah.
yeah.
Succession writers.
I feel it.
right here.
You
Right.
should do an all AI episode.
Oh, a chat GPT.
Wow.
We did a segment called Chat Geoff PT, where it was
Must have
them,
missed that episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, how come none of us know about it?
because you guys don't listen to the show.
What do you do it?
8th
Chat
grade.
PFT.
Oh my fucking god. Is it 50 an hour?
Just go on to the next fucking segment.
8th grade history testing is plunging to below average levels.
I heard about that.
Yeah. So the
Why?
New York
It turns out Jeff and I listen to the same NPR program. This
just one of us retains the information. Can you pass this 8th grade history
Oh,
quiz?
this is gonna be
Ask
a
the New
bummer.
York Times. Here we go. Let's Grace, this is your first time on the show, so let's single you out here, and also or you can tell us how much you make an hour, and then I'll switch it over to Casey Donahue.
I'm happy to tell you.
Fucker. Okay. Wait. Oh, really? How much? You're not happy to tell me. That's so fucked up.
It was but 2 days ago.
All right. I'll take that.
Business is booming.
No, because now I have a negotiating tactic.
Jeff makes
What's the
17.
Let me send an email. I make 17 an hour. Here are 5 questions of medium difficulty from the 8th grade U.S. history test given by the federal government. We're swinging it over to Anya for some reason. Here we go.
because I listen to NPR today.
Never mind. Let's go to Casey.
Thank
What were European explorers such as Henry Hudson? This is going to be too easy for you. That's why we have to swing it to Casey because it's about Hudson. You broadcast in Hudson, New York, we should say.
Yeah, I'm broadcasting from Hudson, New York right now.
Named
Right
after
now?
Henry Hudson.
Yeah.
Casey, what were European explorers such as Henry Hudson looking for when they sailed the coast and rivers of North America in the 1600s? A water trade route to Asia.
Mhm.
B,
Keep going.
B, a land route to South America. C, land to use for sugar plantations. Or D, religious freedom.
Much like most of my tests I took in 8th grade, I kind of spaced out while you were giving the information to me.
Sure.
So I'm going to say
I'm going to help you cheat.
trade routes. They're looking for trade routes. Had
To
have
what
been.
continent? South America or Asia?
Now that I think about it.
Yeah, now that I'm thinking
I
about
actually
it.
can't stop thinking of my buddy
I'm gonna
Morgan dressing
say-
like my
What
ass.
is, I don't know what Anya Fair Oaks
Oh, no,
Women's
no. That was Casey looking at stuff on my phone.
Yeah.
That was that
Right.
app result you were asking for.
I wanted to look it up to be really sure.
You're
But now
cheating.
that I've thought about it, it's definitely to Asia.
Correct. That's absolutely right, and that was only because Anya built you up.
God, he was fucking
Can
way
you
off.
believe that my doctor sent me a message about that?
Unbelievable.
There's no way.
Yeah, it's weird that your doctor was talking about that question.
Yeah. I guess he's also an 8th grade or something.
Yeah, my 8th grade doctor.
Your doctor's 14.
By Anya Kenevskaya.
My 8th grade doctor.
It's like a misguided attempt at a children's book to be like, you can be whatever you want, but it just leads to kids practicing medicine on each
My
other.
8th grade OBGYN. Such a bummer.
So
it's
you
like
obviously know why we
pap
called you
smear is
it.
abnormal.
Every pap is abnormal
He's
when
like,
you're
yuck.
13 and oily.
Oh God.
Grace, which of the following is a right guaranteed by the Bill of Rights of the
Oh, that's
United
unfair.
States of Constitution? Yeah, you can phone a fiend.
Did you have to learn about American history in Europe?
No,
Like we had to learn about European
not
history.
really. Not about governmental laws.
Well, sometimes.
No, I don't know what they were teaching. What school did you go to? Milliken?
Anyway, let's see if you got the
What
answer.
does
But you
that
had to
mean?
learn American history.
Sorry, no, let's get into this for a second. Didn't you tell a story once that there's like a photo of you on the wall at your high school of like famous alumni? We should say, because you confided in me when we were at South by once, that you were drunk and you told me this, that you put that up there. So let's go
None
back
of
to
this is
Grace.
True.
What's
From
the,
soup to nuts.
what's the name of your high school?
The name is Milken. There's also a public school named Milliken, which is a separate school. There's a picture of me there, if there is.
At the
it's
public
like,
school?
No, at the school that I went to. It's
I mean,
like,
you know.
class.
Never mind.
pictures.
All right, let's go. Which of the following is guaranteed on the Bill of Rights? Right to public education, right to health care, yeah, right to trial by a jury, right to vote.
Which one is or isn't?
Is.
Oh, the right to vote. No. I don't know. What were the others? Not healthcare.
The correct answer is right to trial by jury.
Yeah.
Oh,
Of your
yeah.
peers,
We
yeah.
we love to litigate in this country.
Mhm.
Well, let me challenge you on that for a second.
Oh, I'd love to
let
do
me.
this. No, go
Um,
ahead.
It was a
Oh,
litigation.
that was a
joke.
litigation joke.
Oh.
The following passage is taken from a proclamation signed by President George Washington. I think is how you say it. 17.
Who's trying to answer this one?
You.
He's from Hamilton.
George Washington is from Hamilton, and Hamilton's from Washington. How weird is that?
That's not true.
Well, it's interesting
Hamilton's
nonetheless.
from- Yeah.
Hmm?
What's the question?
The question is, the following passage is taken from a proclamation signed by President George Washington in 1793. It appears that a state of war exists between Austria, Prussia, Sardinia, Great Britain, and the United Netherlands of the one part, and France on the other. And the duty and interest of the United States require that we should, with sincerity and good faith, adopt and pursue a conduct friendly and impartial towards the belligerent combating powers. Which of the following policies was President Washington recommending? Colonialism, neutrality, imperialism, or isolationism?
Neutrality.
That's correct. All right, 3 more. Let's go.
Three more.
All Casey on these 3.
All right, let's go.
Rapid fire.
Casey
Yeah, let's do
lightning
it.
round.
Lightning.
Casey
This is good.
Lightning Donahue.
Does he have to leave if he gets them wrong?
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
no, if you get them wrong, you have to spank your own ass in camera 2.
If you get them wrong, you have to stay.
Yeah, I was
funny.
going to say, I was like, that. I would really be rooting for you.
Which of the following changes took place in southern states immediately after the Civil War? A. Access to education became more available to African American people. B. Most African Americans quickly switched from agricultural work to employment in manufacturing. C. African American women were given the right to vote. D. State governments were required to have African American people in legislative and executive offices.
Can you do A and B one more time?
A was access to education was expanded, and B was Black Americans switched from agricultural work to employment and manufacturing.
I'm going to go with B.
I believe that is absolutely wrong. Yeah, access to education became more available. I didn't know that one. All the other ones I got correct so far, but I didn't get that one right.
That's the kind of answer that you would hope is the answer, but just
There's
from
no
living in
way,
this
yeah.
country, I'm like, there's no way that's what
yeah,
happened.
It's like instead
Yeah.
we help put them right back into the capitalist machine.
Yeah, that's what I thought,
That's
yeah.
what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
Because
That was
wage
my
labor is
thought.
just one notch above slave labor. We
Yeah.
should say. Which
What's that
by the
supposed
way,
to mean?
what's that? Oh, I was just saying that Grace and I are sort of the bottom of the barrel.
You didn't say that. You haven't mentioned my name. Amir, were there any celebrities on the wall of notable
That went
Did
to my
I
high
do
school.
Alumni,
or
yeah.
say something?
No, nobody. It was a very
Yes.
small
A lot.
private.
You've said a lot.
Like
mostly.
everything.
Yeah, but I don't understand why Grace would be upset.
But
I'm just
was
trying to
the
get her a
wall-
raise.
I'm not upset at all. I just had more questions, and you
Yeah.
moved on into this 8th grade history thing, and I just
Right.
wanted to get more.
It's
And
like
you
enough.
said there's still
enough
two
already.
more
Amir, is it
questions
fine that
to
she
come.
spoke to
Yeah,
me
we'll
that
come
way?
back.
'Cause I don't feel safe in the
Because
room.
Amir grew up in
I grew up
Los
in the Valley
Angeles.
right here. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And-
no famous people went to my high school. No,
So the
Other
the
than
wall
you.
that you put your photo
You're
on.
welcome.
I didn't put my photo up. That was a lie.
Oh, okay.
No, this is how rumors get started. It's ridiculous that you would.
Do you think if you had gone to Crossroads, you would have been more successful in Hollywood?
Crossroads is a school where a lot of celebrities send their children? And the answer is yes. I would have been more
It's
successful.
also a
But you're kind
Vegan
of the
restaurant.
only
owned by Travis Scott.
It
celebrity
is a good restaurant.
from your
From
school,
Bentley
which is
Chip.
kind of cool.
The only celebrity, I'm sure we have other notable alums on Wikipedia, but I don't know if.
Anyone has as many Twitter followers as you.
Yeah, but
Did you
again, I
apply to
haven't been there
Harvard
in 20
Westlake?
years. What's that?
Did you apply to Harvard Westlake? Or you
Yeah,
just
I
took-
didn't get it. My brother went there.
And he's
And what does
like
your brother do?
pretty rich because of tech, like investments and
I don't know about
Advancements,
his
too, that he's
wealth,
made.
but
Yeah.
he's a graphic designer.
does he work? Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, apology accepted. He went to Harper Westlake, which is a pretty good school. I
like a-
applied in
it's like a-
7th grade.
One
and
of few feeders into Ivy League schools.
Right. But he
Right.
went
Did you
to
go to
UCLA.
a public school?
I went to public school, yeah. Public all the way, even college.
You
It's
went
funny,
to
I went
FSU?
to a public
art
college.
college in the country.
Where?
In the-
Massachusetts College of Art.
That's right.
Oh.
Me too.
You went there too?
No.
Oh. You just like Massachusetts.
Casey and I, we lived in Boston at the same time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You think you guys
Didn't
ever
know each other, no.
drank a brew at the same pub
No.
No, but we have mutual friends.
We have mutual friends, yeah.
in Boston?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Interesting. Pasta?
Yeah, he loves pasta.
Which of the following reasons best
88.
explains why many people supported the
C.
18th? All right. I'm locking in answer C, but this was what the options were. Which of the following reasons are for the 18th Amendment, which banned the sale of alcohol? A, they believed that drinking alcohol had a negative impact on society. B, they wanted to prevent organized crime from profiting from alcohol sales. C, they believed that alcohol would hurt the country's ability to fight in the Second World War. And D, they hoped alcohol would become more expensive if it were made illegal. So the correct answer is obviously A, and you said C, which is that before they knew that there was going to be a Second World War,
Mm-hmm.
they were worried they'd be hungover for it.
Yeah.
And they were
'cause
going
if
to
they're-
call it
they were
the
actually
Second
kind
World
of
War, right?
Not
Yeah.
incorrect.
Well, this says you scored 4 out of 5, but that's
Group
I
effort.
scored 5 out of 5.
Well, you said you didn't get one.
No, you said you got one wrong.
That's true. 4 out of 5. That's an 80. That's an
It's
B
weird
minus.
that you would lie when you're being recorded.
Well, you know,
So obvious.
I can make any, because also we have enough sample, especially from Amir and me, that we can just form AI sentences
True.
that say anything.
You're right. We could do that like for every episode moving forward, actually, now that you bring it up.
Yeah, we were trying it out.
Well, I
Yeah.
worry about the hosting fee.
Hosting fee. You don't have to pay the robot anything. It's an
Yeah, I
algorithm.
don't think we'd have to pay the robot.
Crossroads is also a movie with Britney Spears.
Yes.
Geoff, did any famous people go to your high school?
No, he's from Ohio.
Everybody.
Yes.
Jason Garrett,
Yes.
head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, went to my high school.
Jason who?
Head coach, like currently?
I think so, yeah.
Jason Garrett. No,
Yeah.
he was alleviated of his duties,
Okay.
replaced by Mike
Me.
McCarthy, who went to my high school. So
There's no
That's right.
way. There's no way. Do you even have a football team?
no flag football.
Flag, yeah.
Yeah.
And I do want to flag that the former head coach of the Cowboys went to my high school. Joshua Radin.
Josh Radin,
Josh Radin. He's sort of a
the guy from How I Met Your Mother.
no. This guy's a
Oh,
singer
guitar
songwriter.
singer-songwriter.
Yeah, Joshua Radin.
Oh, I know that guy.
Yeah, there you go.
Does he have a song called World War III?
No, but that's because I think he's fighting for, I guess, what would now be the 31st Amendment, banning the
he
sale of
like an
alcohol
oath?
again. He's worried we're going to be hungover for World War III.
Is he the guy that did the music for Scrubs a lot?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like good friends with Zach Braff. The other thing I'll say is,
That's
I'm no Superman.
Exactly. That could have been him.
Yeah.
I can do this all on my own. What? It's a good show.
I'm thinking, Chris something. He's
Chris something?
a Broadway actor. He went to my high school.
Chris
my God.
Something.
Anthony Rizzo was a year younger than me at my
Yankee.
high school.
Did you ever spank his
Yankee
ass on the
World
baseball
Series
team?
champion.
Like he made a good pass or
Jeffrey.
something, and you're like,
Did I ever spank his ass?
forget it.
No,
Anya?
I
Any
wasn't on the
famous?
baseball. My
Chris,
brother was on the baseball team.
Who's
With
did
Rizzo?
anybody famous
Yeah.
go to your secondary school?
My
Thank you.
secondary.
Secondary?
One person did. Mira Sayal.
Who the hell is that?
You really don't know? Nice.
Who is that? I don't know.
She's one of the UK's premier British Asian entertainers. She was in a sketch comedy group called Goodness Gracious Me. Was on a TV show. Married to Sanjeev Bhaskar, another.
It's funny when people are famous in America, they're famous worldwide, and if people are famous where you're
Amir.
from, nobody gives a shit.
Sucks, Grace. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry about that.
It's true. Why are we offended?
It's not. Look, we all know Mr. Bean.
I
We
thought
do
he
all
was from
know.
Australia.
I wish
You
I
know
had
who
a
loves
piece
Mr. Bean
of
is my
Kraft
parents.
American
We did
singles,
talk about this.
Yeah.
so I could do
I
one of
talk about it
these.
the whole time.
Sorry, Jeff. We're doing a podcast over here.
I was talking about real.
I was trying to talk about my parents.
It's so arbitrary when people decide to get upset at me. I asked if you guys had an abnormal pap, and you guys were just kind of silent and awkward.
Yeah, that
and then
was
I threw
private
a fucking,
medical information.
We don't call it a pap smear or icon. It's a smear test.
Oh, interesting.
Just if you're ever in the UK and you're trying to
get that done.
ask women for some pap.
I wonder where the pap does come from. Is it like a guy's name, or is it like the specific type
I think
of
it's-
instrument they use?
Yeah, I think a guy's name.
No, I
Probably the
thought it was
first guy
based
that
on
was like,
how
let me-
the procedure's
John
done, because
Pap.
usually there's a couple. It's usually done by
first
like
guy
a
to
crowd
do
of paps.
What's that?
I thought it was because of the way they take the photography or whatever, or the scan is usually from like 18 paparazzo.
Open your mouth. I'm gonna throw
What?
this coaster into it.
This is so fucked up.
Wow.
Oh my god, it
That was
worked.
really close.
The Wall Street Journal asks, when you're traveling, does an Airbnb beat a hotel?
Oh
No,
yeah,
not anymore.
It was a guy's
Yeah.
last name.
pap.
That's so annoying.
Nicolau.
Not anymore.
You know,
I wouldn't stay at an Airbnb.
The G
now.
spot's
I'd stay
also
at
named after a
hotel.
The same
doctor.
guy. His
Just
first name's
hotels.
George.
I don't
This
like
guy
the
sucks.
For how
cleaning
long?
fees.
Yeah,
That's true.
I've been doing Airbnbs less and
Me
less.
too. I've been
recently
doing.
because
I ended up doing Airbnbs
That-
less and
yeah.
less recently.
less
just 'cause
quality.
There's less
control.
quality
Yeah.
You just don't know what
control.
you're getting
The way
into.
that you can go
Yeah, I see the
from
pictures and
G-spot
they
back
never
to
really
Airbnb
line up.
without
line
even
up with
flinching.
They used to call me
what I was
G-spot
expecting.
in high
barely even
school.
saving money anymore.
I know
That's such a
that's
bummer.
why
It's
I'm like,
Yeah.
Why
if
pay
I'm going to stay
$300?
somewhere
I've
for
never
3 or
had
4
sex.
days, I'd would
It's-
rather
sorry?
do a hotel.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
was
that I do
saying,
hotel.
I was wondering
But longer
if there's
term.
like, because there's turn down
Yes,
service
exactly.
and yeah,
Plus you get the
plus you
maid
get the
service
maintenance, yeah,
and-
because there's a bunch of fees. They're hidden
just
fees.
nice.
There's no
It's
hidden
like-
fees
Well,
with
and
like a
sometimes
There's a
you
reason
think
we
they called
made
you that to be
hotels.
nice?
Like a long-term.
Yeah, no,
a
I
long-term
said I've
stay,
never
they'll
had
give you a
sex.
discount.
Yeah,
whereas
that
At
could
the
be
time.
hotels not
And they
necessarily.
do.
I guess
No, I
it's
still
like
haven't.
I've never really
stayed at a hotel
never
for 5 weeks.
No, it's hard because you can
stayed
stay
somewhere outside of my home
semi-permanent.
for-
Yeah,
You
then it's probably
still
better
wanna
to do a
Airbnb or,
hotel.
like,
You probably want to do an
VRBO.
Airbnb then, yeah,
Like you're staying in LA, you're staying for like almost
a
a month and a half.
Well, you have the option. You know,
You're
you
doing
said you were doing an
Airbnb.
Airbnb in the Franklin Village. You could do the Carlotta. You could
Did
do
you
the
guys
Villa
hear that
Carlotta because there's sort of these. Yeah.
Jeff was called G-spot in high school.
I think we might have 2 ads. Maybe we do 2 ad breaks.
Oh yeah.
Where would I have heard that?
Wow.
I want to know if it was one of those things where they were laughing with or at him. You know what I mean? Like, is it
Yeah.
cool that he was called that, or was it like?
Or was it entirely unrelated?
I bet it wasn't cool.
I bet it wasn't cool.
It
Mm.
was because
Was it your rapping name?
no, I never rapped. It was
I pissed my pants.
there was
AP bio.
there was often a dribble on my khakis. We'll take a
And
break.
that's
We'll be right back.
unrelated.
Another break? There's no way. Oh my god.
We did pass the 8th grade fucking thing. I think I'm actually souring on Airbnb. Amir,
What?
cheer up. Plugs. What do you guys got? What do you want to point the people towards? The floor is Casey's, and we'll go left to right.
You can follow me on Instagram at Casey Donahue or Twitter, I guess, the same
What's
name.
left of it.
What's left of it.
I mean, wow.
Yeah.
What a stink town that's become.
You can listen to the Pitwall podcast, which I do with Geoff sometimes if he wakes up to record the show. Listen
What are you
to
watching?
Doughboys.
What is that noise?
Nothing. Just yeah.
You're watching TikToks again during the show. Put your phone away.
Jeff, did you have another segment?
Did we get through all of them?
We didn't, but it's 55.
Anything
minutes.
good?
We were also going to do something about how scientists finally solved the mystery of how Mayans made plaster so strong.
Strong.
The secret ingredient, sap.
Yeah.
Grace
I
got
don't think you were
that.
done.
There was a whole segment about how you can now get a .dad URL. So I was just going to have us all come up with .dad URLs. I had
Dad.
Trinity.dad,
Pretty good.
Marty Michaels divorce.dad,
Nice.
Jack Daniels stole my .dad. So not anything good. And then we were going to go in. I mean, we kind of ambiently have done this, but I wanted to do a whole audit about the producers. Because honestly, this was fucking easy.
Okay, let's do it.
So listen to Doughboys.
Yeah.
And can I also say the other one?
No.
No.
But
And
exciting
another
stuff coming.
show.
Is it? But this comes out in 2 days. So
Do you know who you're talking to here? Grace, are you going to have time to edit this in the next few days?
Yeah.
There's a lot of cuts you have to make.
not really. I thought it was all gold except for some of the shit where you guys were coming at me.
It was funny.
Grace, can you add more of the shit of us coming at him to
Oh,
the?
interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, do it twice.
Run it back.
The more
Yeah.
we talk over each other, the less like editing there is to do.
That's
That's what I'm always trying to say is that people need overlapping dialogue, not this fucking long pause because people don't know how to respond to something I said or did.
Anya, what do you got?
Because he asked me about a pap smear. And I had nothing. I couldn't even come up with a joke because
Also
it
on the
was
live
so
stream-
violating.
Would you say that it
Mortified.
was jar joy?
No.
All right.
We're gonna fuck up the mind.
Nice.
That was beautiful. in
On
my
the live
headphones.
stream, now what was I about to say?
Sorry.
No,
No,
we
we
had a
talked
great time on
specifically
the
about
live
something.
stream.
Oh, about
Oh,
the length
that
of the pauses.
Some of my favorite times on the live stream.
Yeah, it was.
us
It was good times.
talking
The
in
best
middle
part
of the
was
night.
Miles's segment where he litigated and you and me at 3 a.m. with Casey also there.
Were you in the UK at the time?
Yes.
So it was like midday for you.
Were you in
11
Bath?
a.m.
Where do you live in the
Amir,
UK?
that's
London?
actually how we.
Did you say Bath?
That's how we planned.
Bath? Is that where you live?
No, that's where I was
Thank
born.
you.
Where do
So
you live?
Good memory.
Amir called me smart.
Do you remember?
Oh no, I said that.
Congrats.
I don't remember.
Into the
Trinidad?
mic, he said
What do you
it.
have to plug? Anya?
Also.
Warsaw.
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 I don't
And
think
that's
it's fair
sort
for
of
me to
like
not
the
get my plugs in
Bakersfield.
the
Are
clear.
we
Good
still doing
point.
plugs?
Good
I'm
point.
wondering because Casey did his plugs and then you sort of meandered. You started watching TikToks.
It's never the
I'm
person
trying to
behind
give
the
Anya
desk
her platform
fucking
to
job
speak.
to make sure everyone speaks just so in the right order.
Are you
Just so.
are you live producing, like changing camera angles while we talk?
Of course. I just switched back onto you.
After I said that thing or while I was talking?
I've been doing as best as I fucking can. All right. This shit is hard as shit.
That's the producer audit.
Thank
This shit is hard as shit.
Thank you for finally admitting it.
Well, no,
Yes.
it's hard when you're trying to host too because I'm fucking. It's person A.
Anya, what do you have to plug?
We do have some exciting shows coming up. We have a lot of launches.
I think we
in
should.
May.
It's fair to say that it's yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, you've heard of.
Shut. Cut it, Grace. Cut all of that.
We have a Will and Grace podcast.
Yeah,
coming
exactly
up.
right.
Are you happy? Everyone knows now.
Yeah.
Deborah, we're just messing with you.
Free busy Deborahs.
I feel like this will go over well in your when you ask for a raise. I think moments like this are the moments we'll kind of
No,
think about.
what I'm gonna do is bleep that out.
I really will.
Lots to listen to. Amir made fun of me for this earlier, but I'm always looking for submissions to my radio show
Thank you.
on the
The Love
terrestrial
Motel.
radio, the.love motel.
How do
You
people
can follow me
listen?
there. On our website, thelovemotelradio.com, or
It's on the
online
flyers all
at
over the office. Or do you not know how to read?
wgxc.org.
I wanted her to say for the.
wgxc.org.
And this is. I've never said something more cancelable. But sometimes I wish I had a direct line to my friends' partners so that they could like punish them later. You know what I mean? Like either like you just pissed
Like
me
fetish
off, right?
vibes?
It could be fetish vibes. I mean more like worse. Like you're just getting iced out by your partner for the next 3 days and you don't know and she won't tell you.
There's no way they would listen to you.
No, but that's what I'm saying. If I had the direct line,
love
maybe.
line 857 dial love.
Okay,
Oh.
so maybe if I could conference call me and Jill, I could get
She's,
Jake
like,
in the
about to go into
doghouse.
labor right
Exactly
now.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe.
We'll put you both on the air.
All right.
Okay.
And then Amir, you'll just sort of be ignored in your own house. There we go.
Jill is not Amir's partner.
Just so you know.
No, I knew that. That was an example of like an impartial thing where it's
It
like,
is
oh,
my
clear-
baby. Can we say that?
What is?
Jill's baby. She's with child, but it's my.
Sperm donor or.
You're asking Geoff if you can say that?
Jeff was the arbiter.
I mean,
of
he's in
what
the
went
hot
down.
seat. It's a lot of power in that seat. Yeah.
No, because
Under
what
that.
I had was two things. I had a meat locker and a turkey baster.
Exactly.
Which
Now we
that
can't.
was for meat production,
Right.
but it also ended up being for sheep production. We had Amir's seed. Let's add that to the pile. And guess who else was there?
Andrew Pyle.
Exactly right.
I knew where that was going.
Grace, cut that out.
That'll be for the Patreon.
We do need a Patreon.
What are you looking at me for?
I don't know. Marika once said that. Sorry, let me turn in my my storytelling voice. Marika once said that the Headgum top brass
Is this Sean Connery?
Back to Bond of the Week.
R.I.P.
Bond of last week.
discussing a Headgum podcast Patreon where I would.
Can you do
Is that your
Michael
Sean
Caine?
Connery?
Do you want to? No, that my this is my Sean Connery.
Do Gilbert Gottfried.
You can only do dead celebrity.
if we could have a Headgum podcast Patreon channel.
It's pretty good, actually.
Yeah. Well, he's like the easiest. Like you do it. I'm sure you could do it right now.
I wonder if we could
That wasn't good at all. Let's keep going. Grace, what do you have?
What, a Gilbert Gottfried impression?
Let's do your plugs as Gilbert Gottfried.
Oh.
Can you do a Mr. Bean impression?
Follow me.
That's
Not
it.
Not really.
That's
'Cause he's
it.
silent.
That
Nailed
was
it.
a pretty good Mr.
Nailed
Bean
it.
impression. I got it.
Not really.
Famously.
If you're
My
gonna do
parents
Mr.
watch
Bean,
an episode every morning.
that's
Mr.
cute.
Bean.
If you're gonna,
That's what
if
they
you're-
started to do in retirement.
If you're gonna do Mr. Bean, you have to eat French fries with a fork.
Grace, what do you got?
My mum's from the same town as Mr. Bean.
Really?
Yeah.
The character or Rowan Atkinson,
Rowan
the actor?
Atkinson.
Wow, where's that?
Concert, County Durham, Northeast. You wouldn't know by his accent?
Yeah, I've never heard him talk. Is that the joke?
No.
Mr.
Rowan Atkinson.
no match for Iago.
You haven't seen
It's getting
Blackadder?
worse with each
Like
word
what?
you say.
You haven't
I
seen
got nervous
Blackadder?
that time because I knew that the camera was gonna be on my
Blackadder?
ass.
Wow. I
Is he
really
talking
thought you
about
would have seen
Blackadder?
Blackadder.
No, I've never.
That's
Does
so
Mr. Good
evening,
that's so
Blackadder.
funny that you would have thought that.
He
Does
just-
Rowan Atkinson talk in
It's
that?
so funny
Yeah, he's the
listening to
titular
Geoff
Blackadder.
try to be a part of a conversation.
I love Blackadder. I always get it confused with Peaky Blinders.
Was that still the Godfrey impression?
Jess, do you not find it surprising that Amir's never seen Blackadder nor heard of it?
No, I am
Why? Why is that
surprised.
weird?
I am surprised because it's like a British sitcom that's pretty similar to your sense of humor. I would
It's
say
like, yeah.
very dry.
What if he
Not
can't?
that you're
what
a
if he
dad,
can't
but it
get
is
out
like dads
of
love
the
that
impression? It's Jeffrey Gottfried from here on out.
Wouldn't it be Gilbert Joffrey?
It would be the G spot for sure.
Plugs. Yeah.
Yeah.
I work on the Headgum Podcast, Sitcom D&D, Girls on Porn, Twinnovation, and
Maisel Boys.
thank you.
You're welcome.
In that order
No,
of how much you like them to least.
I could do that.
Reverse. That was the reverse.
There's an order. And then I have a Substack,
Oh.
heylakegirls.substack.com. I talk about movies and NBA basketball.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Not in.
You think Dylan Brooks is ever going to play in the NBA again?
Yeah.
I don't see it.
Amir is a
be back.
basketball podcast.
Yeah. How did you become a basketball fan in England?
Around 2012-13 through the Oklahoma City Thunder.
So how does the Oklahoma
because
City Thunder reach you?
I liked LeBron James,
Okay. He was not on the Thunder.
followed him to the Heat,
Sure.
and then through that,
So how old were you in 2010 when he joined the Heat?
Guys, you can't see the monitors right now, but Casey, I'm just not realizing, looks like Pedro Pascal, but Irish.
I'll take it.
You don't sound like him, so just keep that. Yeah,
Keep that what?
keep that mouth shut.
Keep that mouth shut.
Keep that pretty little mouth shut.
What are we running at right now? What time? How much?
It's been an hour and 32 minutes.
Yeah, that's
sorry,
long for us.
After post, probably a svelte 42.
37.
Less,
Yeah.
yeah.
These
We're
are all
kind of
plugs.
filling
This
in
is
for all
not
the
my
stuff
fault.
that Geoff said that we have to cut out.
At Jeffrey James on Twitter. Sorry, at Jeffrey James on Instagram. At Jeff Barty on Twitter. And yeah, do you guys feel like you adequately plugged?
No, Charles Barkley on Instagram.
All right.
How do you spell that?
Like Charles Barkley, but with O's instead of A's. CHORLESBORKLEY.
Charles Barkley.
Amir, are you guys good? We can just be out right now.
We have stuff to do.
Yes, we have all stuff to do.
This is everything I dreamed it would be.
That was a Headgum original.